Inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Time for our first look at and, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Quickly to the air is Wilson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. Leading them out is the fourth-year quarterback out of Missouri. Second rounder in 2019, Drew Lock.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Throwing on first down is Lock. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. From the gun, it's Lock. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Lock now on first down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Throwing again on second down. Wilson will go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Block working out of the gun. This one complete. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Locke. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Locke now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Locke. That is caught at the 7. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Locke now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, 94 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it. Who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Locke's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Again, they'll throw with Locke. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Touchdown! Christian Kirk. Touchdown number 22 on the season as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. There's a big play waiting to happen. Receiver K.J. Hamler as the offense returns to the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side. They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff, you got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better. Yeah, try to make them uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. We are in for a good one as we're through one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Now Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Josh Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark. How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Locke. Touchdown, Jaguars. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. To throw again on second down. Wilson, he'll get this to Hamler over the middle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have the Broncos first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Greg Dulcich from 13 yards out. And the Broncos are back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 28-24 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 7. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Montez Sweat able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. That Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. This game, the 9th that the Jags have played here in London. You might know that Shad Khan, he's the owner of both the Jaguars and Fulham in the English Premier. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Block now to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. Again, it's Locke. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl A 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Patterson now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And now they're in the hurry-up. From just shy of midfield. Locke out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Locke now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's Locke to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown! Christian Kirk from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Washington. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Locke. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They run it again with Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and getting another one right there.
Second down and goal. Lock. He's got it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. From the gun, it's Lock. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jags add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Got his man. It's Dulcich.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
On second down, this is Edmonds.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Wilson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Locke looks to throw it again. This is caught.
And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
J.J. Arcega-Whiteside
from 3 yards out.
And the Jaguars are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Locke going to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, Locke. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Block now to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll actually throw it with Locke. And his throw here's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll get it right back to Washington. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And as this defense...
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's